back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now here's Johnson. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Elliott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Taking it about the 36. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Off of play action, it's Watson. And pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be...
And that's caught inside the 35. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Flex round. Hey. Come on, let's go. Red 38.
Back to throw. Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Let's go. Red 38.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On first down, Watson throwing deep for Galladay. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Hill. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. 52's the mic, boy. 52. Hey, pick your game up.
Now they try the right side here. And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down. Flex round. Flex round.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elliott. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 22. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. What? 9.
He'll get it up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
On 3rd and 2, Elliott. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bears will add on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now here's Johnson. across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
We got 3. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Leopard! Tiny's on the Ringo.
On 3rd down, it's White, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
He wasn't ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Gone. All right, here we go. 319.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Detroit! Trip. We got trips. We got 3. Hey, watch 16, boys. Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He can't get him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 50, it's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
From the gun, here's Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Come on, let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
4 down, 4 down. Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
To throw on second down, Elliott. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Oh, yeah.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Ohio. Come on, let's go. Red 30.
Operating from the gun, Elliott. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Hey, we got 4.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Gun.
Watson on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Parker unable to get that one. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
I got 11. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Leopard! Leopard! Going to 88. They're going to 88. Tight end left, tight end left.
Third and long, it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's fielded at the 34. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Let's go! Red 38!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elliott to the right side, and he's got more complete. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
On 1st and 10, Elliott, screenplay, Johnson. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Looking to throw. Elliott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
We got three, fellas. Here we go! What?
From the gun, Elliott. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And now out come the Patriots. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
Operating from the gun, Elliott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go! What?
From the gun, Elliott. And it's complete. Henry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
4 down, 4 down. Check. Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Sua Craven's up to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Come on, let's go! Red 38!
Operating from the gun, Elliott. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Check, 55, check.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the right and complete to Galladay. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mike's 5-4. They can't hang with us. Gun!
Now it's Watson. The bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
There you go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Throwing on third and long. Watson under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Onto the field now come the Bears. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
That's it, baby. Everyone's got 4. Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. What? 90. What?
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Two times. You got 4. Here we go. What? 90.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90.
On 1st down, Elliott. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down. Come on, let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. From the gun, Elliott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Got 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Get him, boys!
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Curtis. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Gun!
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
You go tight.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Flex round! Flex round! Check two.
Back to throw. Elliott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A big play there for New England, 42 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
4 down.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Mike 55.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Watson looks to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. New England on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Watson. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bears, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.